Didn't seem you're tired today.
Yeah,
Don't think you can get very far.
maybe not. Turn us round. Let's see where we are. There we go. Bothwell Castle. Massive fortress, 6 times besieged and home to Archibald the Grim, the Black Douglas. Oh, eye in the sky drone, thank you very much. Just adjust this a wee bit. How's that? How's the signal? How are you doing today? I imagine you've flown over this one before, as I did, I think last year. Had to launch the drone from across the road there. Yeah, just over there by the trees. And I wandered about a bit as I was flying it. When I came back, somebody had parked exactly where I had launched it. I couldn't do a return to home, it would have landed on his roof. Yeah, we just needed to go somewhere out that wasn't too far away. Very popular today as well. Loads of people sitting about having picnics. I haven't actually been inside before, so I thought we might manage to do that. Can't remember if that tower's called the Donjon or something else. Is it? Oh, yep. Jim says it's good inside too. Must have been a long time ago. Oh, there has to be with my memory. It could have been last week. So it doesn't have to have been a long time ago, not with my memory. It could have been last week. This is a nice spot on a sunny day like this. Oops. Watching that little edge. Yeah. It was free to get in before, was it? Because there was so little. Well, way into the castle. Hi Lowther, how you doing? Okay so far. This is the most active. That's all of this. What a good idea. Bring your litter pick and do your own. That's a great idea. Never seen that before. Brilliant. I like that. Hi Lowther. I'm assuming people can hear me. And find the right one for it. Hiya.
Hi. Hi.
Not that one. It's on my other card. That's NTS, that's no good. That's the one there.
Just the other side. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Whoosh. Well, it says it's the most magnificent ruin in Scotland, somebody says. Torn apart by the Wars of Independence, this stalwart castle survived siege after siege. Rebuilt, it became an imposing, noble and royal stronghold. There you go. So you've come in, that bit there is that. And that one there. One is a Don John. Don't know which one is a Don John. Number 1. Yeah, that one. This is Don John. So what have we got? 12:42. 20 minutes to 1. Walter Murray begins building this mighty castle. 1296. Edward I, is that Longshanks, takes Bothwell during his first invasion of Scotland. 1301, attacked again as Edward I deploys a great siege tower called the Belfry. 1337, dismantle the castle to prevent further English attacks. 1455, James II overthrows the Black Douglas owners and Bothwell becomes a royal castle. Late 1600s, Bothwell House replaces the now dilapidated castle. There you go. Have a look about. Historical toilet. There you go. Chapel access. Ah, right. I don't know where the chapel access is. Take it that's that bit over there, maybe. I'll have a look. I love this old red sandstone. Isn't it beautiful? It's so soft. You can see why it's all worn away. It's soft. You could scratch it with your fingernails. Right. We'll go back to that then. It is a decent place, isn't it? That's fantastic. I like that. Zoom in on that a bit. Beautiful. So the chapel will be in there. Lovely. Lovely. I think somebody tried to destroy it deliberately who actually owned it at the time. Was it Robert the Bruce? Took bits of this tower, rolled them down into the Clyde. I think they call that slating. So the castle was slated to make it unusable by anybody else. Don John O'Keefe, the Lord's residence in 13th century, housing 3 floors of accommodation above a storage basement, partly destroyed in 1337 and rebuilt on a more modest scale, though no longer serving as the Lord's private quarters. Interest as stone graffiti. What's that, 1872? 1885. Interesting. It's so soft you could Scribble on this with a wee stone with your penknife, can you? Yeah. Some of it's really soft. Let's have a look over here. What's this? Donjon, Sir Walter Murray designed one of the greatest secular buildings in Scotland, with roasting fires, plush tapestries and state-of-the-art security. Maybe I can zoom in on this a bit. Deliberate destruction. Oh, here we go. The Scots demolished part of the donjon in 1337 so it could not be held by the English again. Ah, yeah. And I think that's called slighting. Hence the expression being slighted by someone. The western half on your right was torn down. Later the donjon was roughly rebuilt by the Douglases, although reduced to half its size. All right. Ah, it was a particularly useful bit on the Clyde here for crossing. Good for controlling trade. I hope that's quite visible for everybody. So, did you know graffiti possibly left by Henry Scott, 3rd Duke of Buccleuch, is carved in the donjon basement? No, I didn't know that. But that's what it would be there. So that's 1786 or something. Well. Lots of places for birds to nest and hang about up here, I think. Bothwell besieged. Won't take long to go through here. I think the last entrance is 4:30 and it closes at 5. And it's 4:05. We've got plenty of time. It's a cool thing. Nice little illustration of what it was like. Look at all the people they had up there. A lot of bodies. I wonder if I could do a screenshot of that without losing everything. Let's give it a try. Be prepared for a clunk click. Do that again. That's the one. I'll even take a wee note of this. Yay. Well, I'm glad they're conserving this or restoring it. Look at those bits there. Those are just itching to fall off, aren't they? Itching to fall off. It is a cracking day for this. Good day for a walk around. Especially when it's colourful as this. Where do you see these sandstone ramparts and things? Where are they? Look at that, isn't that great? Let's see over here. Site of south range of buildings. 2 floors of residential accommodation once stood here. Only this south wall remains, with its windows, bench seating and traces of doorways somewhere. Can't go up there yet. I love all this though. This is great. Side of doorway giving access to a giving access to a cellar below the chapel. The deep slot held the timber drawbar securing the door. Note the doorway above with drawbar slot, right, giving access into the west end of the chapel. Yeah, I don't know if that was that. Wow, what else have we got in here? If you just arrived, you're in Bothwell Castle. Bothwell Castle is in Central Belt, Scotland. Above your head are the remains of Bothwell's private chapel. Intricately designed, it was built for the Douglases in the 1400s. Most of it's gone now. I think we're short of a floor. They probably met here for Mass, because these were Catholic times. Probably met here for Mass every morning and held extra services on religious festivals and holy days, which then became known as holy days. Something like that. Must have been great in those days if you were well off. If you weren't well off, heaven help you. So, sight of the chapel on the first floor above this ground floor cellar. The two windows above you lit the finely vaulted chancel. The altar was against the east wall chancel. Okay, it's all here somewhere. There's a sacrament house. Zoom in on that. This is where they held the materials they used for the consecration of the turning of the bread and wine into body and blood business was all there. Danger, falling masonry. Thanks, Jim. Yep. Full, that's where we are. Bothwell Castle. I did bring my drone today. You're not allowed to fly your drone from the grounds, obviously. That's a historic Scotland rule, isn't it? But I've flown it before from outside. I've flown over. It's very quiet. There's no danger to anybody. Quite legal. Hi Eric, thank you very much for commenting. And Phil, for asking where we are. That's where we are. What else can we see here? Quite popular today. I do remember being here previously. Actually, I'd said to my wife I didn't remember, but yeah. I've got a terrible memory.
Wrzuć tam, wrzucił